CR-V. It is the world's best-selling SUV, that is CR-V, across the world. More of these than anything else. So, first impressions, have we got a lot of CR-V owners here? Who owns a CR-V? A couple of people? What do you think? Nice improvements? Well, you've got a lovely car. You don't like the colour? That's a good job. You're going to save £350.
Do they come in blue?
When you go from metallic to brown. Always good. So if you think we're going to have a little walk around, then we'll get some questions from you, I'm sure, and then we'll hand you over to the dealer team at the end of this, because they're very, very eager to get your feedback and help you look around the car. They're just over the back there, waiting for you to ask them some questions. Of course they are. So from the very front, what you'll notice is this car, front to back, top to bottom, side to side, is brand new. It very much looks like a CR-V. You've got some beautiful cars. What they've done is take everything that you've got on yours and made it a little bit better. So for convenience, we've made the car a fraction shorter than the outgoing car. It's a little bit lower and it's got a little bit more ground clearance as well. It does differ grade to grade, but overall it's going to be lower, shorter, more ground clearance. What we have done to give you more cabin space, we've made it a little bit wider. How much wider do you think it is? A few inches? A couple of metres?
22
You know
millimetres.
what, Colin? That if you take it from its widest points, door mirror to door mirror, it's a pound coin wider. 22 millimetres, that's all it is. And if you exclude the door mirrors, it's half the width of a post-it note, 35 millimetres. So it's a small sacrifice in place to give you more internal cabin space. So very, very bold at the front. We've got this, it's like a family grille. So you may have seen some neighbours who've treated themselves to a lovely new Jazz or a nice new Civic, and they'll have a similar grille. So you can now, you can just show your keeping up with the Joneses and have that Honda grille at the front of your CR-V and make them all want one as well. So underneath the family grille, we've got this little black panel here. This is part of a sensing pack. We used to charge extra on the previous model. Now we're fitting it as standard to every single CR-V. This is to help you stay safer on the road. So there are a lot of elements of this, and the sales team will have a chat with you about this if you want to know any more in about sort of 15-20 minutes. But we've got things like collision mitigation braking system. That's a 3-stage system which will help to give you signals. They may be tactile, they may be visual, they may be audible, so that you can make alterations to how you're driving to maybe avoid an accident. If you did nothing, it will still reduce the speed of that accident for you, keeping you safe. It has autonomous braking in there. We even have a system, City Brake Active, at low speeds, that again can apply brakes on your behalf. Should you be, sometimes we're not paying as much attention as we should do. We've all had those moments, it's going to help you in those occasions as well. We've got things that keep you centred in the lane to reduce driver fatigue. Firstly, the guys and girls will talk to you about that. Just below here, through this sort of honeycomb grille, you may be able to see, if you get a little bit closer, I know there's 120 of you, but the two at the front can see the grille down here. That will close when you start the car up. Why do you think it might, even before you drive off, why do you think it might do that?
I think it's aerodynamics.
Well, it will aid your aerodynamics, but
Stop
primarily...
flies getting in your radiator.
Sorry, mate?
Stop flies getting in your radiator.
Good shout. It's always one, isn't it? So this will help your engine heat up quicker. So maybe not so important on a day like today, but in the winter, the sooner we, well on any day, sorry, the sooner we can get the engine up to operating temperature, the more efficient it is. That saves you money. So as you're driving along, you've got a hotter engine, you're getting better miles per gallon. You start adding those pennies here and there, all of a sudden the car's going to start buying you a Costa coffee every time you stop at Starbucks, which would be interesting. As you fire down, this is only the top grille as well, folks. So the bottom one stays open, because that will be for your air conditioner as well. We've got a little vent down here if you've got one with CVT. We've got an oil cooler for the CVT just through here. But you're looking at this very sort of muscular, great styling to the bumper, and you're probably thinking, this is top of the grade. Top of the range. Where's the parking sensors? Well, if you come in a little closer, you'll notice they are here, but they're really subtle. They're the flush mounted ones, front and rear, and they are, I think, double check this, standard across the range. Is that right for those guys that are doing it?
I don't think it was.
No, maybe on SE and above. Anyway, we'll say that.
Yeah.
Most of the models have got them front and rear, and a parking camera at the back as well, rear view camera at the back as well. As we move our way round, really bold lights, and all of the cars, regardless of what grade you go for, have LED lights. Higher spec ones have LED fog lights, and the entry level models have regular lights, but you can upgrade to those if you want to. The accessories team will take your order, we can get those fitted for you, no problem at all. As we mentioned, this is a high grade, it is the EX model, and it benefits from active cornering lights as well. So at low speed situations, such as a car park like this, if it was dark with the lights on, with pulling into that space over there, it would illuminate the appropriate corner. Also, if you put it into reverse, it illuminates both, because it doesn't know which way you're going, and the car's going to swing much more because it then becomes a rear wheel steer vehicle. So really nice lines as we're coming across here. It's a very, very safe car. We haven't yet officially had this tested because this is one of the first cars in the country. There are no production cars for the authorities to test, so as soon as we get that, they'll be through. We're aiming for class leading. We don't know as yet, but you can tell it's looking a safe car. Lots of bodywork around to keep you nice and safe inside, but actually your visibility is tremendous inside this car. So you've got better visibility from the front over the top of the bonnet, and even the A-pillars have been narrowed inside, so you've got really good visibility looking out the front of the car. As we move our way around to the side, difficult to tell because it is small dimensions, but they do make a difference. The wheelbase of this car compared to the outgoing one is slightly longer. So it's, I think, 33mm longer, even though the overall length of the car is reduced. So that longer wheelbase is going to aid stability and ride comfort on the road as well for you and your passengers, keeping you all nice and comfortable inside, and a good, comfortable ride. This particular model is on 19-inch wheels. The majority of the cars will come as 18 as standard. The entry-level two-wheel drive S comes on 17s. But you can upgrade if you wish, so you're going to get alloys whichever you go for. Minimum is 17, most is 18, but this one here does come on the 19s. We have an option for you to go for a two-wheel drive version or all-wheel drive. Now some of you might be thinking, well, when I came in before I was told that it was an intelligent four-wheel drive system, and it still is, it's just a bit better. So don't get confused by this difference between now, we're calling this all-wheel drive to 4x4. A 4x4 would have a fixed ratio between front and rear wheels. This is all-wheel drive, like we've had in Legend and NSX, our current supercar. They have super handling all-wheel drive, but they work in a very similar way, proportioning a different amount of drive to the front wheels, to the back, and it can change that, up to a 50-50 split. It's a similar system to what we've had before, but you will find it will deliver four-wheel drive more frequently for you to give you more confidence when you're driving, but equally better traction. Every time you pull away, she'll be in four-wheel drive. If you pull away on a hill, because the weight is going onto the back wheels, again it will put more, it will add drive to the rear wheels for longer up the hill, and even if you're accelerating, you'll find you get more four-wheel drive than before. We now even have a little monitor in the meters so that you can see that power distribution if you want to. But if you want to drive it like any other CRV we've had previously, you just get in, turn the key, drive it, and it does it all for you. You can't adjust anything, it is still intelligent, and even though we've now got four-wheel drive more frequently, because we've got this brand new engine, the 1.5 litre turbo VTEC turbo, whichever 2 litre you've had compared to whichever 1.5 you go to, because they do have different powers, we've got more power, more torque and better fuel economy, even though we may well be in four-wheel drive more frequently. So there's different power for two-wheel drive to all-wheel drive. No, there isn't. There's different power from manual to CVT. So what we've done, we've started with the manual, and we've got 173 PS with that, and when we've moved to CVT, because they do have different driving characteristics, we felt we wanted to give it a little bit more power, a little bit more torque, so they drive more similarly on the road. So you'll find that the CVT has 193 PS of power, which is pretty impressive. As we move a little bit further back, you will continue to see the muscular lines of the car. Very wide opening doors. This has keyless access, so the keys are in my pocket. You saw it flash there. Should I want to lock it, on yours you might have a little rubber button. This one just has the sensor in the top there, so that is now locked. If I go back to it now, she'll open for me, no problems at all. So nice wide opening. We do have passenger lumbar support on the majority of the range, and seat height adjustment on the top half of the range as well. Something we've not had before, and we know customers have been asking us for. The rear door has a 3-stage opening. That being the first, if you're just maybe loading shopping in. You've got your second position there. I guess most people would get in there. But if you're trying to load something lengthways into the car once you've folded the seats flat, then it's 6 degrees wider opening than we had on the previous model. That also becomes really, really important when we think about another option we've never had before, which is going for a 7-seater. So if you've got your passengers, this is a 5-seat option. We have 7-seaters in some of the dealerships, and the guys can contact you when they've got their demonstrator in to show you the 7-seat option, but the opening would be exactly the same. So your passengers can get in the back of the car, and as I say, the door is much wider open. You may notice as well that this section comes down quite low, and you've got a nice rubber seal all the way around here, which is going to keep you nice and protected, whether it's the front, whether it's the back or the front, to keep a good degree of the sort of the road debris away from here. So when you're getting in and out, it's keeping your trousers, your skirt nice and clean, whereas some of the competitors may not do that. What you've also got here, folks, is rear ventilation, keeping your rear seat passengers nice and happy. And not only that, is we've got 2.5 amp outputs, perfectly nice high-speed charging for your smartphones. If the kids are in the back with iPads or tablets, it's going to keep those charged while they're using those on the journeys there as well. And a very, very close to flat floor, even though we've either got the exhaust or the prop shaft running underneath there, it's still hardly any inconvenience if you've got that middle seat passenger. So virtually flat floor in the back there. Another top tip, when you're actually folding these down, whether it's the 60 split or the 40 on the other side, is I know without even looking it's not going to catch the seatbelt in there, because typical Honda engineering, we've built this little moulding onto the back of the seat there, which if you do it in slow motion you can see just pushes the seatbelt out of the way. Yeah, you've got a 2-position recline on there as well. You just pull the little lever on the top, that should go back to a further section there. If you have a 7-seater, obviously this is more for you guys than the customers, but if you've got a 7-seater you don't have that plastic moulding because the locking mechanism isn't at the side, it's actually internal on the seat. Moving our way round, you will notice this is the factory spoiler. They all have this regardless of grade. You can get a bigger spoiler if you wish. We can take this one off, put the new one on for you, give it a more bold styling at the back. Personally, I think that looks great. It's really, really nice looking vehicle from the top to the bottom. We've got our LED lighting, full LED for tail lights and brake lights. Get the idea, lights are on, flashing lights. So brake lights that come in here, really visible, keeping you safe on the road as well. As we move our way down, we've got the all-wheel drive badging at the back there, which is really, really nice. And again, the discrete parking sensors in the mouldings here, and following down to the twin tailpipes. 2-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, both looking pretty much the same from the back, apart from this. Excuse me. This is the high grade. So on the EX, what we've got is a hands-free power tailgate. This is also height adjustable. So if you think, well, that's a little bit too high for me or for my garage, I can actually adjust it. So I can maybe do the crunch, you think, well, that's about the height I want it. All you do then, press and hold that till you get a beep. That is now set at that level. So when we close it now, and we'll reopen it in a moment, it will just go up to that height. Young sir, you look as if this is exactly the car. Would you like to kick your leg under there?
Well, he's up.
No, I was thinking a very smart gentleman.
Oh, sorry.
Look at that. If you do that, folks, make sure you're there, because these keys have to be at the back of the car within like a 1.5 metre radius. So if you do get a guest to do it, don't be standing over it while they're kicking
Unless you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
Which would be hilarious.
Yeah.
What you can do now, if you want to put it back to the other position, is push it into position, press, which is back into that position up there. Some of you have probably got a high-grade CRV at the moment, that's a powered tailgate. You'll notice you've actually got a bit more interior space now because the motor used to be here. So again, it depends on grade which one you're going to go for, but in this position, with the back seats up and the tonneau cover in place, you've got up to 561 litres of boot space. Each facing up in the green. If you wanted to fold those seats down and you went up to the roof line, you've got 1,756, I think, litres of boot space, which is probably more than enough for anyone. When you're loading things in, it's a nice, smooth, flush excuse me, boot floor in there, so you can load things in nicely. If you've got a little bit of space, you can just drop it down to gain a little bit of depth, so you might be able to carry that big TV you've treated yourself to. All of the cars benefit from the space save. Okay, I would start in that position, do that, and then they don't see that horrible. So if you start in that position, so it's nice and smooth to get boxes or things in, and then just pull it towards you, let it come down and push it in, because if you flip it up, I mean that's how they imagine, but it doesn't look really. So I'm going to start in the flat position, because then you're showing them more capacity. If you want to, you can use little levers on the side rather than using it at the top. You can do it on both sides, and that's where now we've got this 1,756 litres of boot space. Again, grade specific. Would you like to get it? For a warning triangle. Still got the pitch sensors on there, and still got the load sensors. Ah, interesting. Yeah. No beeps now, people found it annoying.
On the way down. No beeps.
I don't think you're not
It was only if you picked something you did it on the way up.
Should be. Well, that's why I done it on the way down.
I just wanted to hear it. It's nice, isn't it?
Do it again.
Shall I do it again?
Can you store the tonneau cover?
Well, yes. It hasn't got a click in place, but it will fit in the widthways there.
Quick question.
Yep.
Why is it that the EX has got the 60-40 split different to the SR?
Has it?
Bigger seat on this side. Remember you were showing us on the SR.
I wonder if that's
60 on
just
this side,
7
that's
seaters
40.
or if that's SE.
Yeah,
So that's just.
to the SR.
No, there's no bleeping on the way up either.
When you can't stop
Oh,
it.
that's a strong one.
It is, I think that was me being feeble.
Oh, was it? Should we try again? What if you stop it on the way down? Yeah, well, let's
Stand in its way.
Can you cancel that easy function?
Oh, it's just
right.
nice things. BX grade also benefits from head-up display. It's going to take a bit of getting used to because we call it header, not heads-up. I'm sure nobody's going to quibble over an S, but it's a bit different. And a heated steering wheel.
For the sun.
Sorry?
For the sun.
Yeah. Rear seats as well. So on this being an EX, not only are we getting at the front the 8-way power lumbar, we've also got heated bases. So heated bases on the rear seats. We've got 3 heated positions. They're here. So you get your 3, 2, 1, boom, and
The car on the back's alarm's going.
just leave them sit there.
That barrier, yeah, there.
I just
Excuse me, can you turn the noise down?
Did you get distressed?
Let's just go off again.
This isn't off again, though, isn't it? It'll lock itself again, though.
The front is both the base and the backrest that are heated. It's on the.
There's just a little red dot next to it, isn't it? There's nothing on the dash, is there? It's just a dot next to it.
Yeah, the little amber one that it's on. I don't know how long it stays on for, but it's roasting. When the doors open now, you can see our wood finish on there. What do you think?
Lovely.
I like it. Colin likes it.
Yeah, lovely.
Awesome. I bet you there's somebody that probably doesn't like this. Now, right now, we all the cars are coming like this. But what we can do is when we have hybrid. Did I mention we've got a hybrid coming?
Didn't open the door, did he?
Inside all the cars going. We're going to have some accessories where the dealership could send you some accessories. They'll be silver. Are they going to be the same silver?
What's that, sorry?
The trims that will fit here, will that be the same sort of silver?
I don't think so. It's aluminium. I don't know what it's going to match. I think it'll
They're
match.
silver.
It's got to match all the
Match
dash,
around
isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. It's doing
Brushed aluminium.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, apparently not, because it's going to have like this carbon feed.
print.
Let's just call them silver.
Yeah.
You can replace those for silver if you wish to. That will be early next year. But you might find it actually grow to love this, like a tree has grown for you. Even though it's genuine plastic.
You've been in a Range Rover recently, they've got that.
Sorry?
Except
You
it's
know
real
what?
wood.
I think a lot of people probably will like it.
50-50, it really is. It was out there. It really
No,
was.
to be fair, with the dealers it wasn't.
It was with all mine.
Really?
Yeah. 50-50.
Oh, okay,
I'd
that's
say.
cool. I'm just thinking with the
Some people
customers.
liked it. By the end of it, some people, I don't even notice that anymore. It's all right.
Yeah, it's just we haven't had that kind of finish for a little
people,
while.
aren't they?
We haven't had that, that's okay. Inside you'll see some familiar features to what you've got on your, you said you've got a Civic over there, Fons, lovely car. So you've got the sensing pack on yours, all the things we mentioned, you get the benefit from that on the CRV as well. But this being a top grade, we've got heated steering wheel, that's a new for Honda, we've not had that before in Europe. We've also got head-up display, so literally by pressing that button, the little trap door goes back, oh just down there Fons, sorry mate,
Sorry, yeah.
just down there. Oh, we closed it, it was up.
Takes a while.
It will go back and then the screen will come up and you can adjust the angle of that. You're not going to see anything here, but what we'll do is we'll get you into the car as soon as I've finished, get you into the car and you can have a look at that. And there's a little toggle here so you can scroll through the kind of information you want to see on there as well. And the lovely thing is, if you leave this up, turn the ignition off, it goes down. When you come back to it and you turn the ignition on, it comes back and obviously at the position you've set it to. Now some of you are probably wondering, I've got driver key 1, I've got driver key 2. I can set my seat and it will remember where I am. Does it remember the H?
No.
Let's not mention that.
Does it? Remember
So
that?
it will go where you've left it. No, these guys checked it out for me. As you'd imagine, we've got all our hands-free. Bluetooth is standard across the range. If you've got an Apple, we can do a hands up who's got iPhones, who's got Androids. Now the benefit is we've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. We've got a little socket down there, one with a picture of a smartphone on it. Plug your lead in there. You don't even need to pair your phone. You're legal to start making and receiving calls literally from the day you drive it off the dealership floor.
You don't have to pay your phone if it's an Apple. You do on Android Auto, do you?
Well, it's not so much pairing your phone, it's just downloading the
yeah,
app.
yeah.
But once it's downloaded, that's it.
You still, don't you? You still have to be Bluetooth as well on Android Auto.
It does it automatically when you plug the lead in.
Yeah.
So if you've got your Bluetooth switched off, it'll turn it on automatically on your
That's what I
phone.
Yeah.
So you just plug it in and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Cool.
If it's got the app.
Once you've got the app.
Yeah.
Once you go to that stage.
The memory seat position thing. Have you
Yes.
had anything to do with mirrors yet? Oh, mirrors? No, still? Okay.
No, not like leg end. Literally, it's seat. Well, actually, what I'll get somebody to check for me. I don't know. Be interesting if it memorised the lumbar support. So if we can try that.
But you're only going to sit in there and press 1 and 2.
Yeah, but I couldn't.